if you were to bring one martial art memory, like I don't want to call it your best because I'm sure there's just more than you're even willing to count. But one that springs to mind, if you wouldn't mind, share us one of your favorite memories from the martial arts or from your time in the martial arts.
I'm gonna have to say you go first. You've thrown that at me, so it gives me a minute to have a think about it.
I was ready anyway, so I will.
Yeah, I knew. That's why I asked.
Mine's been quite recent. So mine was a little while ago. I took my third Dan black belt in kickboxing, and it's always a challenge. I think actually the first Dan, the second Dan, the third, and whatever your system is for anyone who practices and knows what it's like, you get to that point where you know you're going to be tested. And I think that's one of the big reasons why martial arts is so important for everyone is I think a lot of people go through life without being tested, without being pushed to a place of extreme discomfort to see what they're really made of, see who you really are. And we had a moment at the very end where we were doing the sparring, and it was a very familiar place in the sense that my body's finished. I'm running now on pure willpower and spirit at this point. The body had nothing left to give. And you pointed out that you were wearing your dad's uniform, and it had his name on it. And I had a real literal Obi-Wan Kenobi moment where it's like he was there in the room with me, and he was on the side watching as it happened. And there was this unbelievable stillness in the middle of a very chaotic moment where everyone's screaming and you're punching me in the face and I'm trying to punch you in the face. But in that moment, there was just this crystallizing moment where I was like, this is exactly where I need to be right now. And this is exactly what needs to be happening. And it was just beautiful because I think those moments are very few and far between in life where you just almost, it's an out of body experience. And I just realized, it just reminded me there and then that this is everything that's happened and everything that is for a reason. And I'm exactly where I need to be. So that was a real beautiful moment from the martial arts for me.
Yeah, while you were saying it, like, I'll be honest, I'm half listening, half thinking, what am I going to say now? Because I don't want to do a podcast and be just like, yeah, I obviously remember that. I'd put that as, one of the highlight reels. I'm going to have to go through a highlight reel. I can't not say a few things. So yeah. I think if I went through the decades of martial arts, I think as a kid, I can remember teaching a course with probably had a good 500 people in a hall, mixed grade, all ages and everything. And I was a kid, so I was like 10, 11 at the most. And I was teaching the whole lot. Because by that stage I was an accomplished black belt and everything else, and I can remember thinking, wow, this is cool. I can remember that, and yeah. And then I think teenage to like 20s, I think the exhaustion of working hard at something, I've trained past the point of pain and tiredness and all that. I think there's just so many great memories of training hard with people and just being absorbed in the moment and the same common goal and interest. And it might be as simple as just standing toe to toe and punching someone, or doing press ups with someone, or running up and down the hill. I think those moments of companionship or training together, definitely. Into my 20s was when I had my most success as a martial artist on the sports side of things. And you're saying about the out of body experience, when I won the WACO European Championships in 2002, at that whole journey I had a complete out of body experience. I suppose from that moment it gave you complete confidence that if you put your mind and body to something, you can achieve it. And then into the 30s, that's where I've now really had the opportunity to see my students, my daughter, do well at martial arts. And I've been teaching people long enough now to see them accomplish goals that are now accomplishing other people's goals, and that's a really, really cool thing. I can remember someone saying once that they can't go into town without meeting someone, and they're training kids of their kids, and all of those kind of things. And that's where I've kind of got to now with my martial art journey, and that's really, really, really cool. Yeah. So I can't pinpoint one particular memory because there's just like too many to try and filter through.
Yeah.
And to say one wouldn't give justice to another. But
Sure.
Decade by decade, that's where I would say with the martial arts. And going back to what I said about it being a brilliant instrument, I was saying actually in our Fight Club session the other week, because we're still at a point right now with the training where we can't do what we want to do. We can't spar, we can't do everything. We've got no competitions that we can go to and that kind of thing. So it's not stalled, but it is effectively. And I'm trying to keep everyone engaged and not let them drop off the journey. And I think in the 30 odd years that I've been doing martial arts now, there's been at times different nucleus of groups. I can remember back when I was really young, and the group that my dad was teaching in, and the camaraderie between them. Then I can remember when my dad broke away and had his own, what we now have as the SKF club. That was a different group because we'd broken away from another group, and that created a new group. And then I was saying to the Fight Club, our weekly students, and I was saying how this is just such another great group again, because we're all there for a common goal, and probably it's the most diverse and really successful group overall we've ever had. Me as an instructor of my specific club, because we've got young kids, we've got adults, we've got girls, we've got boys. It's quite a diverse group now, and people are doing well. And it's like I think they are some of the best moments. The travelling, the going away, the trips, the late nights, the running through the hotels crazy, as well as all of what the martial art brings.
Yes.
So what's your favourite technique? Finish it off.
Oh, favourite technique?
We haven't really talked about kicking and
punches. Well, we said it's not much about it, but yeah, we should talk some about it, right?
What's your favourite technique? Oh, I'm going to start. I'm going to let you think about it. You start.
Go on.
Right. If I had to kill someone, I'm going with the karate chop, because it's just movie-esque, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
So if I had to kill someone, it's going to be the Haito, the Shutouchi is going to be, all the different ways we can work this. I'm going to say, so killing someone, it's going to go with that to the throat. If I've got to show a movie scene, it's got to be the Van Damme jumping, spinning, split, crescent kick. I don't think anyone's got a better move than that than in kickboxer. I think that's there. And then if you go in sport, even though it's not scored enough now and referees need to be educated, there's nothing better than landing a well-timed side kick. You have no intention of hurting the person, but you have full intent on delivering the best psychic you can that really ends up hurting someone. And you go, my foot really hurts. What it must feel like on your face.
So a technique that kills, a technique that looks the best, and the most effective sport technique. Yeah. They're the three categories.
Yeah, there you go. I managed for three again.
I like it. Technique to kill, for me, it has to be the palm strike up the nose. I've always liked the idea of putting someone's nose into their brain. That's always sounded.
I haven't had that conversation for a while, actually. But,
okay.
When you get that dad come in and go, yeah, can you really?
So yeah, killer technique, palm strike up the nose. Flash technique, I'll have to give it to Mr. Raymond Daniels with the 2-touch spinning kick, because he was the first one I ever saw do that. And I just thought that's if you're going to get someone and just show them I have just completely dominated you in technique, it's because I've just kicked you twice